France is on maximum security alert today after a suspected terrorist attack in the country's southern coastal city of Nice. An alleged terrorist beheaded a woman and killed two others in a church attack earlier today. Several other people were injured. Police reportedly shot the knife-wielding suspect before quickly taking him into custody. For more, let's bring in Elaine Cobbe. She is following this developing story from Paris. Hi, Elaine. So this is sadly not the first such brutal murder France has seen in recent weeks. What more can you tell us about today's attack?
The knife-wielding attacker was a man in his 20s. He's believed to be a Tunisian who arrived in France just this month, but the police don't yet know any more about him. The local mayor said that he kept saying over and over, "Allah Akbar, God is greater," even after police shot him as they intervened, and even as he was being taken to the hospital where he is still in police custody. As you said, he killed 3 people, 2 women and a man who's believed to be an employee of the church. Several others were injured. President Emmanuel Macron, who went to the scene, called it an Islamist terrorist attack, and he has now said that France is under attack and has promised response.
And Elaine, there was also an incident in Avignon, France today. An armed man was shot dead after attacking a group of police officers patrolling the streets. Do authorities believe there is any connection between these two incidents?
At this stage, they don't believe there's a direct link, but it is early days yet. The current climate is very much still in the shadow of that attack on a teacher 2 weeks ago. He was brutally beheaded after he showed cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad during a middle school class, and that prompted anger. President Emmanuel Macron condemned that killing and promised that he would still defend freedom of speech, including the publication of cartoons of Muhammad. And that caused anger in several Muslim countries and again prompted ISIS to call for attacks against the French. So there have been concerns that there would be some attacks like this. ISIS has just said, take whatever weapon you can find and attack them. So it's very much a climate of fear, and that's why at the moment, we don't know if there's a direct link, but there is the wider link of a current climate of anger against France.
And Elaine, French President Macron announced today, as you alluded to, that he would step up security in the country to protect key French sites, such as places of worship and schools. Does he have specific reason to believe these incidents will continue, other than the increased climate of anger that you cited?
Well, he's dedicated an extra 4,000 military to protect schools and places of worship. It is very much driven by the calls by ISIS, by the knowledge that in the past, when there has been anger over cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad, when there have been calls to attack France, that people will try. And so they are not taking any chances. Now, France goes into lockdown over coronavirus at midnight tonight, but there is a sort of tolerance for the return of people coming back from the school vacation period all through this weekend. And the authorities are concerned that someone may try to take advantage of that time. And even though people will be in lockdown, the public transport is still running. People are still going to work. So there is much more movement than there was during the last lockdown. And there is concern that people could take advantage of that and try to attack. There was, in fact, another incident in Lyon today where an Afghan man was picked up by police as he tried to board a tram carrying a 12-inch knife.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Elaine Cobbe in Paris, thank you so much for joining us.